What's up guys, welcome back to another stock photography video. Today I want to give you some ideas, and based on my experience, how do I get creative and get pictures that sell? This is something that I started doing years ago because, you run out of motivation. Sometimes you just run out of ideas. You think you've done everything there is to do and you just don't know what else to shoot. Wait. Is this blue too distracting? I think I like it a little bit warmer, maybe a red. How's that? I think I like the red, it's a little bit warmer. The best way to get pictures that sell is to go to who's using them, who's buying these pictures, how are they being used? And the easiest thing to do is to get magazines. Why? Because there's a million magazines for everybody. There's things that everybody's interested in. So if you're interested in travel and food and do it yourself, all these magazines are gonna give you ideas of how to make photos that sell. I did this years ago. I bought a magazine, and the cover, it was the Optimist magazine, and on the cover it has these ping pong balls with smiles on their faces. No, they would scratch that. On the cover it had ping pong balls, all of them with a frown, and one of them had a smile. So that gave me an idea. How do I make this picture? Of course I'm not gonna copy the same picture. I'm gonna put my twist on it with things I have at home. So I took sticky notes. And I don't know how many times I've sold these pictures across all agencies, but I've made over $1,000 from this set of pictures, from these smiles. Besides the sticky notes, this also gave me the idea of writing motivational words. Now I'm inspired. Now I want to get more pictures out there that motivate and inspire and that can be used for many other things. So I started writing handwritten things on the popsicle sticks, whatever you call those things. And even the ones that I misspelled, I should have done a Google search to learn how to spell things, but even the ones that I misspelled sell over and over again. Now let me show you something else. This is in Coeur d'Alene, Idaho. Now, I've been on that lake. That picture is not from that lake, so you don't even have to be that specific about where you got the picture from. Let me give you a few more examples. Everywhere we look, if you open at the front page, so if you work with people and models, look at that. It's a clean home with a young couple. That's a stock image. And if you follow the rule of thirds, there on this side, you have empty space for writing. That's a great stock image. So if you work with people, you can do that. Let me find some more here. So look at this. If you're into outdoor and camping, that's another great picture. You just put the light inside the tent. Try to get the stars, and I have a video on how to get the stars, so that will be perfect. Look at that picture there in the background. All right, I just bragging, that's one of mine. See, everywhere you look at these spices. Simple, clean wooden spoons with spices and petals, and there's different flavorings, Chinese herbal medicine. They could be used for many, many things. I know this one here is also a stock image because there's no logos. When you learn what to look for and you know what you're looking for is the absence of those logos, you'll find stock images everywhere. Okay, this one, that's one of mine too. That was a family, friends in North Idaho that I took their picture years ago. And that made it into a magazine because you obviously, if you've been to Coeur d'Alene, you know that's the lake and the family and everything. So that is very specific to this area. I don't sell it as much because it's not generic. It is a good picture. They're happy, they're smiling, but it is very specific to this area. The more you look through magazines, you find pictures that are very generic. I mean, camping with your feet out. The whole point is that there's inspiration, motivation everywhere you look. Look at some of these landscapes too. Just before I get too far here with the video, I want to ask you guys a question. The last few videos I made have been very fast, and I've been trying to cut and avoid the empty space, but to me it's a little bit forced and fast, and I don't know. I like taking my time to explain things. I don't know how it looks from that side of the camera, so please let me know in the comments if you like the fast pace. For YouTube, everybody says you got to be fast, get to the point and move on. I don't know. To me, to explain something, it takes a little bit more time. So please let me know in the comments what you think. If you like the fast pace, or if you want me to slow down a little bit just to get the point across a little bit better. And then, all right, let's go back to the magazine. So again, another cover. Family in the snow. If you have snow where you're at, go take a family out and put them out in the snow. If you're into health, look at this. Look at how easy this picture is. A toy stop sign with sugar cubes. Stop sugar. Now you could do the same thing and put sodas in the back. You could even do editorials and put cans of Coca-Cola or Pepsi, whatever you don't want to drink anymore. You could also do, I just did a quick search in Amazon. You can buy all these little signs for 15 bucks and you could get 1,000 pictures from these. Stop signs, go signs, yield. Like there's so many things that you could apply this to. You could do stop red meat, or stop vegetables, or go red meat, go vegetable. Like the same concept can go so many different ways that it just, you get an idea and you take that to many other images. If you're into cooking and stuff, look at how easy, well, I say it's easy, but those are really small raspberries. But again, these are just options. These are just seasonal ideas that if you do them yourself, they're not going to look the same. You're going to have different lighting. You're going to have different backgrounds. But these are things that are going to sell. Why? Because they're already selling. Again, more food. Look at these. And then flip the back. Pills in a hand with a blue background. That's for Advil, so that's it has the logo. But you could use generic pills or Photoshop that out. Anybody could use that. Something like this could be a little bit more complicated. That's a studio shot, and then they Photoshop the landscape onto the eyeglasses. But that's a cover picture. Simple, very simple. Look at this one. That's a car door, and then they Photoshop the hand with the card, the AAA card. That wasn't there. That's two separate pictures. So everywhere you look, there's inspiration. If you want to do travel, see that one? Jumping into a lake. I want to do that. And then, again, when you know what you're looking for, look at this one. How do you know that's a stock image? I'll give you 1, 2, 3. Because there's no logo on the camera. That's a Canon camera, but there's no logo. That's how you know it is a stock photo. Another one, tree hugging. I've actually done pictures. I got the idea, so I did a few different trees. I don't have those big trees here, so I did different trees. And I sell them. I did some in Costa Rica, I did some in Oregon, and just hugging trees. They don't sell a lot. That's not a big subject anymore. Inspiration's all around you, and it's, again, depending on what type of photography you like to do, you'll find it everywhere. If you're into travel, adventure, if you're into rock climbing. Okay, here it is. So look at these, look at gardening, look at those carrots. If we go here, let me see where it was. Canning. Do you guys remember when I made a video on one of the product shoots and I showed the fermented vegetables? That's very similar. This is canning. Boiling the water, the stove, you're showing the process. People are gonna buy what you do. Whatever you are into, whatever you do, apply it to your photography. It's gonna help you generate more sales, and you're already doing the thing. So what's setting up a couple lights and getting some pictures? You know, these are just some ideas, and I like this one because that's my photo in the cover. Okay, look at this. Tomato plants or whatever plants, I don't know what they say. But, you know, little things with a lollipop thing with handwriting on it, those sell. You don't even have to write anything on it. They're generic. How about dirty fingers with seeds? There are so many things you can do, and if you need inspiration, get a magazine, get a newspaper. Look for things that don't have logos. Those are always stock photos. If you want to look at lighting, usually you look at people's faces. You can figure out how the light was manipulated. This one here, the smile, you can see a little twinkle here in one tooth and a little bit on the other side. So there was multiple lights. That's how I know it was a studio photo. And then the glasses were Photoshop because that's not direct sunlight. She had diffuse light and it was more of a setup. So by analyzing pictures, you're gonna learn not only about the lighting, how the picture was taken, and then you can replicate it in your own way. You could do something like this with different people around the world. It could be a dog, it could be, the possibilities are endless. Just take a picture, don't replicate it, you know, step by step. Put your own twist on them, and I guarantee these are gonna sell. But remember, stock photography is a numbers game. Some people say quality over quantity. I disagree. It's like YouTube. If I make one video, it could be the best video out there. No one's gonna find it. You need to make more, and more. until people find you. And that's what's happening with me. Once I started making more and more about stock photography, I started gaining a lot more traction on YouTube. I'm very grateful. I know a lot about stock. I want to share with you guys. I made a whole bunch of videos on stock photography already, so if you're interested, I'm going to put that playlist here. Please don't forget to like and subscribe, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.